Hi guys, welcome to our talk tutorial. This is Mohammed. So today I'm going to create a new virtual machine by using Oracle VirtualBox 5.1 version, and these are the VirtualBox download links and Oracle Enterprise Linux 6.3 download link. So I've installed this software, VirtualBox software on my host machine, on the Windows machine, and after installing you need to open this and click on new icon. And after clicking on new, it will ask you the name of the virtual machine and type and the version you want to install of Oracle Enterprise Linux. So name is VRAC host x1 and the OS type is Linux, and version would be Oracle 64-bit because this would be 64-bit machine, and memory size would be 4 GB, so 4096 MB. And then select create a virtual hard disk now, and here you need to select the location where you want to put VDI file, the virtual disk, and the type would be dynamically allocated so that it will not use the entire 250 GB of disk on the host machine. It will expand or increase as per the usage. So once we are done with this, we need to do some more configuration settings, like in system you don't need floppy, so uncheck it and arrange all the other devices like optical, hard disk, and network in order to boot. And we are taking only one processor, one CPU. Storage, you can see the VDI file here, the location of VDI file and the actual and virtual size on the disk. In network, we are selecting three adapters. Adapter 1 is for internet access, the bridged adapter, and adapter 2 and adapter 3 are for public interface and for private interface in the rack environment. Like this machine would be used for rack installation, so that's why I'm taking three adapters. So no more changes here. So verify all the settings and click on OK. Then we need to click on start. As soon as you click on start, it will ask for the ISO file. ISO file is the Oracle Enterprise Linux file that you have downloaded. So select it and click on open. Then when you start it, it will start the installation process. So we need to hit enter to install. And to get a better view, go and click on view menu and click on full screen to get all the command buttons that we need to follow. Okay, skip it. So this is the first screen we get for the installation, and click on next. English, here's English, the keyboard, and the basic storage devices. Okay, so you click on yes, discard data. You will not lose any data from the Windows machine, and give the host name like VRAC host x1.local domain. And we do the network configuration here. When you click on configure network, it will show you all the three interfaces that you have created, all the three adapters. ETH0 is the bridged adapter, ETH1 is for public, ETH2 is for private. Okay, so give IP address for this bridged interface for bridge adapter, we can determine the IP addresses, like which one would be bridged or which one would be public from the host machine CMD command prompt by typing ipconfig and check for the gateway and the IP address for which would be for your bridged adapter and for public adapter. So 192.168.56 subnet is for the public IP, and 192.168.1 is for bridged adapter to access internet on your virtual machine. And for private interface, we can pick any of the IP address, like 192.168.10.1 or .2 or .3, any IP address you can assign, because this ETH2 interface or adapter will be used for intercommunication between the host in the cluster. And remember to check connect automatically for each interface. And in bridged adapter, we need to put the gateway as 192.168.1.1. so again you can check this gateway IP address from the CMD of your host machine by typing ipconfig command. So this is how we can assign or decide the IP addresses for the adapters. Once we are done, then click on apply, and all the IP addresses would be of type static or manual method. So gateway is not required for the public and private adapters, so it's required only for bridged adapter. So you can leave it blank, close it, and proceed to the next step. Select the time zone by clicking on the country map, like Kolkata, Asia. Would select IST timings, then provide or select any password for your root access. So click on use anyway, because I'm selecting a very weak password without any number or alphanumeric character. And we are creating mount points. We are not using logical volume manager, so we should customize the partitions, and we are creating the mount points here. So we are creating root, home, and boot partitions or mount points, and for grid infrastructure and for RDBMS we are creating ASM mount point and U01, U02, U03 and U04 mount points. And the size for each mount point is fixed size. I'm also creating one more mount point with name backup to keep all the softwares for Oracle 11G and for Oracle 12C and for the grid softwares. And we are also creating a swap space of 4 GB. So all I'm creating. So the reason for creating multiple ASM mount point and U01 mount point is like I'll use this machine for installing Oracle 11G and 12C both standalone and rack environment, and later I'll do the upgrade also. Like upgrade, I mean from 11G to 12C upgrade. So that requires a separate installation of Oracle software. So we need more space or a separate mount point to do the fresh installation of Oracle 12C or Oracle 12C grid infrastructure. So that's why I'm creating multiple mount points. So I'm taking a temporary mount point of size 10 GB. Okay, so all the mount points have been created. So just cross check and click on next. So once you click on next, it will create all these mount points and do the partitioning steps. Okay, write changes to disk. Now it's creating all the mount points. Okay, click on next. Okay, basic server is selected. Click on Oracle Linux server and click on customize. Now we need to select the packages that we require for installing Oracle softwares and to create the databases later. So we are selecting the packages. So in servers, under system administration tools, you will find OCFS and Oracle RDBMS, Oracle ASM support, all these packages. So select it, and yeah, on the desktop, to get the GUI, we need to select desktop debugging. So all these packages we need to get the GUI. If you don't select it, you will get the command prompt after the installation. Click on internet browser to get Firefox. So no other package is required, so just validate and click on next. So it's checking all the dependencies, whether dependencies like for the packages we have selected, whether it requires some more packages to complete the package installation or not. So it checks the dependencies and resolve it, or download it from the internet and install it. So you should be connected to the internet while doing this installation. So this may take 15 to 20 minutes to complete the installation of packages. So it's completed. Okay, so it shows you the congratulations message. So and you need to reboot the machine to complete the installation. So after reboot, it will do some OS level configuration setting. So we will follow the step. Okay, so this is the welcome screen. Click on forward. Yes, I agree to the license agreement. Forward. We don't require it, so no thanks, I'll connect later. Click on this. Okay, we don't need any user because OEL has already Oracle user created. So synchronize date and time over the network. So click on that, and the timing will be synchronized. It will start the network time protocol daemon service on your machine. We don't need kdump for logs. It requires more space, so don't check it. Click finish. Okay, so we have Oracle user already created, so we should log into root to perform some more settings, because for installing the packages and to perform rest of the settings we need root level access. We'll check whether internet is working or not. Yeah, it's working. Okay, then we go to the terminal, click the right mouse button and open terminal, and check the host name and the IP address. We use the if config command here to check the IP address and all the interfaces that we have created, ETH0, ETH1, ETH2, and we can also change the color and style of our font for the command prompt. You can change the text color and the background color. So these are the IP addresses that we have put in over there. Okay, so you can also access your virtual machine by using Putty software. Download the Putty exe file from by typing download Putty on Google, and you can enter the IP address of the virtual machine, and you can access your machine remotely, like from Windows machine you can access it. So create the security keys. So all mount points are here. df-kh is to show the mount points with the space, the total space and used space. Okay, so the virtual machine is ready for use. So further we will do some settings, more settings, or install the packages because we will install the Oracle software on this, so we need to do some more settings. Okay, so first we need to create the groups that is required for Oracle software or for grid infrastructure. So create the groups. Okay, ASM DBA, then ASM OPER, ASM admin, and we make Oracle user as a primary user and the group is install. So from user add we can, and DBA and OPER are the secondary groups. So hyphen uppercase G is for secondary group, and we are creating one more user, Ora ASM. So this will control grid infrastructure library and the environment, the Ora ASM, and the primary group would be install and secondary is ASM DBA. And we need to turn off the firewall, so we need to disable SE Linux, disable it. So this file is under etc/sysconfig. I'm sorry, it's under etc SE Linux and config. This is a config file. And we also check the network time protocol daemon status, whether it's running or not. So it's running. So you use a yum utility to install the packages. Yum utility is the Oracle Enterprise Linux utility through which you can install the packages online. It will download the package and all the dependent packages and install it on your machine online. So we need Oracle ASM and Oracle ASM -support package. And the reason of using -y is like if you don't use -y, it will prompt you to confirm whether you want to install this package or not. But once you put -y, it will install it without asking you, without prompting. Okay, we need to kill this process ID 11312 because yum is yum is still running in the background. So kill this and then install this package. So package installation is complete. So let's do the configuration for ASM file system as well. So Oracle ASM is a utility to configure the ASM environment, Oracle configure -I. So the driver interface, the user to own the driver interface is Aura ASM. Group would be Aura O install, and start Oracle ASM library driver on boot. So click on type Y and confirm. Yeah. So Oracle ASM utility is for configuring the Oracle ASM environment. And under etc host, we need to put in all the IP addresses and the host name and the host aliases. Okay, so in the rack environment, we will be using multiple hosts in a cluster, so each should be accessible, like each node should be accessible for another node. So we need to put in the IP address to make it accessible. And scan IP, we will be using 3 scan IPs from public subnet. So scan IP, this is used, this works in round robin fashion, and in case if any of the host or is inaccessible, so application can still access the database from scan IP. And one small change we do under etc sysconfig NTPD file, we need to put the -X over there, so that when we reboot our machine, it will the NTPD service will start automatically. We need not to start it all the time, every time we reboot the machine. So put -X. Okay, so that's all. We are done here. Check NTPD service, it's better to restart the NTPD after making the changes. And yep, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video. Thanks, have a good day.